Hey everyone, my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. In today's video, I'm going to be giving my kitchen a quick refresh. So I'm going to go through, do some reorganizing, try and do some decluttering, and a little bit of quick cleaning. So if you guys are ready for it, let's jump right into the video. This cabinet is our coffee and tea cabinet, and I felt like I could use a little bit of rearranging and organization. The coffee stacks that I have here, the right one is where I keep my husband's coffee. The left one is mostly my coffee. So I'm just going to resort those. So he has all of his coffee on the right side and all of my coffee on the left side. I like the coffee that has more flavors in it. I also like to do decaf coffee in the afternoons if I want a second cup of coffee. And sometimes even in the mornings, I will just do decaf and kind of trick my brain. And I try to have less caffeine. So I get a lot of decaf coffee as well. And that's what this huge box of K-Cup pods is. It's all decaf flavored coffees. So I'm going to refill my side. I'm also going to go through my favorite tea organizer. Most of these teas I really love, with the exception of this yogi tea that I pulled out. It's a raspberry leaf women's support tea. And even though I only have one tea bag left, I honestly hate it, so I'm just going to throw it away. I also had these two bins at the way top. One was keeping tea in it, and the other one is kind of miscellaneous party supplies and disposable napkins and plates and that type of stuff. So the one that kept tea and other items like that in there, hot cocoa, had a few spills, so I need to clean it out and rearrange it and add everything back in. That green tea matcha powder, I'm actually going to grab my xoxo container where I keep the green tea in and refill it because I knew it was running kind of low and figured I could maybe get rid of this package if I refill the xoxo container. This matcha I originally bought from Costco. I make matcha tea lattes all the time in the afternoon, so I go through it pretty quickly.
All that ever was is alright.
In that open space, I'm going to dump in the rest of the pods. It's kind of a mess right now, but we'll get through them quite fast. I wanted to check and see if I had any of my favorite Container Store bin clips so I could label those two bins that I keep at the top of that space, and I did.
Well, something's gotta give today.
Since I had those two bin clips, I was going to make some custom labels that said party supplies, and then another one that said tea and coffee. I really want, whenever we move to a larger space, to have a little bit more of a craft space. You'll see I put my Cricut on top of my filing cabinet, which works great for right now, but my dream is to have more of a craft space and have my Cricut kind of permanently set up. I do use it pretty often, so it would be really nice for me to have that in a permanent craft setup. But you'll see how easy it is just for me to pop out a couple of custom labels and how much they really elevate the look of a space. You'll also see as I'm making these labels, my husband's kind of coming in and out and we're chatting. He grabbed his golf club for a second there, and he likes to put a pillow against the wall and practice his putting and chipping. If we owned this and this was our house and not an apartment, I might be a little bit more strict, but I really don't mind, and he likes to come hang out with me and chat and work on his golf game.
Time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today, and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's got
I love the look of the white labels on black. I think it really just pops. These bin clips come in different colors. They come in white, so you could do it the opposite with a white bin clip and black vinyl labels, or even another color vinyl. They also sell the bin clips in gold and I think silver, so lots of options.
spin me around and around, turn me upside down, spin me around and around, let me feel, spin me again and again, till I'm upside down, calling again and again, my name, hold me, tell me I'm not dreaming, hold me.
such a small touch, but it makes a world of a difference. As I'm going through the kitchen, I'm going to put the dishes away at the same time. So I had a couple of mugs to stick back in there, and this cabinet is complete. This cabinet is my nemesis because it feels like it doesn't really have a theme to it. It's our one true miscellaneous cabinet, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a rearranging. The biggest problem I had was our scale. I kept putting it on the bottom and ended up putting things on top of it and then just wasting the battery of the scale. So propping it up on its side, making sure I didn't put things on top of it made so much more sense. Our glass cabinet, I had a couple of mason jars I knew I could declutter and get rid of. I might use them for like a DIY craft so I don't have to throw them away. But I didn't need them in our glass cabinet because I don't like drinking out of a mason jar. We have nice high quality glasses that we got for our wedding, so we don't need to hold on to mason jars, and that's not really the style or look that I go for. With my cutting boards, I am going to declutter one of them that was from my old apartment and it's a little bit older. And I know I don't need this many cutting boards, so it's easy to get rid of the one that's the most beat up. This is a super small change, but with these bowls, they were stacked way too high. There were 8 of them stacked on top of each other and they just kind of toppled over. So I'm going to change it to 2 stacks of 4. Simple changes like that can really make a huge difference. So if there's something that you're noticing that isn't working for you, like those bowls that were always tipping over and never looked neat, just make a small change and rearrange it. And now that I've switched it to 2 sets of 4, it looks so much better and it's way easier to maintain.
I've been hiding out while shouting out, you would open up. Oh, spin me around and around, turn me upside down, spin me around and around, let me feel.
This top drawer is as close as we come to a kitchen junk drawer. I do have a random glove in there, but I like to keep it when I chop things like jalapenos or something and don't want to use my hand and then touch my eye or anything by accident. This next drawer down is a little bit too jam-packed, so I'm going to try and do a little bit of decluttering. I can get rid of this green rubber spatula that I just got. It was given to me for free. It has a logo on it and I don't like it, so I'm going to donate that. And then with the rest of my utensils here, I'm starting with my favorites, putting those in first, and then evaluating my least favorites. I'm going to get rid of a couple. I also have this whisk thing. I'm setting it aside in the possibly declutter pile as well. I've never used it, but it's a miracle whisk, and I think it would be really a beneficial tool to use. I just never use it. The dishes are finally unloaded, so I'm going to load up the dishwasher with all of the dirty dishes that were sitting there in the sink.
And I've been longing for your heat, your touch, oh I belong to you.
I'm going to use my sink scrub that I always love using to polish my stainless steel sink and get rid of all of the gross things that might have been on any of the dishes that I just washed, and then wipe down some of the countertop right by the sink. This cabinet is where I keep a lot of the tools that I use to cook, and I have these little accessories that came with the Instant Pot, and I think I can get rid of the 2 mixing tools. They look like they're used for rice and things like that, and I can get rid of them. I also have this blade that broke to my mandolin, so I put it aside to remind myself to call Williams-Sonoma, which I since have done since filming this video, and they are going to send me a replacement mandolin for free, which is really nice of them because it is a high quality mandolin and it should not have broken. I'm just shifting that decluttering pile around a little bit as I clean off the kitchen island. And then I'm going to light a candle in this clean, new, fresh space and quickly go over to my water bottle section, put that water bottle away, and you'll see I'm asking my husband about his water bottles and if there's anything he wants to declutter, which he politely declined. And then I'm going through my travel mugs. I have 2 in here that are from Erin Condren, and I had a memory of using these when I would bring them to work now over a year ago. I've been working from home for so long, but I would bring them to work and I always felt like they would kind of leak. So I'm going to test them out and see which ones leak and if I can get rid of any of them. And you'll see right away, one of them looks like it's leaking. So I'm going to test it out and see if it's the cap that leaks or if it's the seal of the actual container. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm actually surprised at the amount of stuff I was able to get rid of. It's not a ton, but considering the fact that we just moved in here and did a recent declutter of the kitchen, I think it's a pretty good amount. So if you liked this video and like kind of the quick refresh of a space with a little bit of organization and decluttering, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and until next time, I will see you guys later.